If you have completed the initial setup where you created a year, operator, farms, and fields, you are ready to begin the process of tying things together to that year. On the ProAg Manager main screen, click on the Year drop-down list. Scroll through the list and select the year you added to the new operator. The year will show along with the new operator. Select the Descriptions menu. From there, go to the Default section and select Area and Fertilizer Units. Click on the Area Description drop-down list. Select acre or hectare from the list. Then click the Fertilizer Unit drop-down list. Select pounds or kilograms from the list. Then click OK. Now we will set up all the types of crops we are growing for this season. From the toolbar at the top, click the Operations Setup button. The Operations Setup window will pop up. On the Crop Price Yield tab, click on the Crop drop-down list and select each crop grown. Enter yields and prices to be used as defaults for that year's crops. That is what is displayed in the field summary at the bottom of the main screen when default yield is selected. Don't click OK, stay on this window. Now we are going to select the farms we are operating during the given year. Click on the Farm Field tab. Then click on the drop-down list for farms and select each farm operated that year. The operator's share percent on farms defaults to 100%. If any farms are on shares, this is where that can be set. Again, don't click on OK, stay on this window. Just as farms can come and go, fields can change from year to year as well. We will now select from the fields we created previously. Scroll through the farm list and click on the farm name at the top of the list. Click on the drop-down list for Fields in Farm and select each field for that farm. Click on the next farm and select all the fields for that farm. Repeat to add the desired fields into the appropriate farms. Don't click OK, stay on this window. We will now assign the crops to each field for this year. Scroll through the farm list and click on the farm at the top of the farm list. Click on the field at the top of the Fields in Farm list. Click on the drop-down list for Crops in Field and select each crop for that field. tab over or click on Area to enter the area for each crop in the field. Repeat the same procedure to add the desired crops and area into the appropriate fields for each farm. Don't click OK. Stay on this window. Click on the Land Cost tab, then click on the drop-down list for Paid To and select each entity or person any land costs are paid to. Select a description for each entry. Enter the total dollar amount paid to the entity or person. This may be left at 0 if no financial data is desired. You must also include an entity or person for any farms on shares. Just leave that dollar amount at 0. Scroll through the Paid To list and click on the Paid To name at the top of the list. Click on the drop-down list for farms included and select each farm for that entity or person. Click on the next Paid To name and select all the farms for that entity or person, then repeat to add the desired farm to the appropriate entity or person. You have now tied together the minimum info needed to begin using portions of ProAg Manager, so click on the OK button to close the Operation Setup window. On the ProAg Manager main screen, click on the Farm drop-down list. All the farms entered now show up in the list. After selecting a farm, the fields and crops and area will now be displayed. Now is a good time to review what you've entered so far. From the toolbar at the top of the screen, select the Reports menu. From there, go to the Miscellaneous section and select Field List by Farm. View and/or print the report and check the data for accuracy. There is now enough information in the database to begin using 3 features of ProAg Manager: the Farm Maps tab, the Field Maps tab, and the Miscellaneous tab. Videos for each of those tabs, plus how to use the Inputs tab, Harvest tab, Contracts tab, and Sales tab, are all online. There are also videos available covering all the other areas and functions of ProAg Manager. Browse through the list to find the next area of interest you wish to explore.